Hi. Hey, thanks. Thanks so much for joining, tuning in, and clicking in. Um, I'm celebrating today, guys. 18 years young. 18 years ago today, I took the plunge, the very first 16-ounce glass of Shivambu that I drank, and it's been going every day since. I'm feeling a little better every day, guys. Serious. So, no, I was going to count up the days for you, and I didn't do it. Um, I've learned so much about myself and about my body and about the potential of the human body to heal. And that there's so many things that we gather in our life that shows up as disease and illness. That when you recycle the living water, we get to realize that we don't have to live like that. For one thing, we are continually clean and free of the things that might cling to our body and cause us illness and disease. Shivambu, or the recycling of our own urine, automatically just drags that stuff right out. And then you say, oh, you flush it then. Well, no, you just recycle it again, and it actually heals just by continually. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Yeah, today is 18 years, and I thought I would share with you my story of how I got here and what it was. I've told my story a time or two. The very first morning, let's see, it was the night before. That was just, and it's not only just one night, months, and I don't know how long of a time I was suffering, and it got worse and worse, and I just had something in me that felt like it was taking over. And I'm not even going to try and identify it in this moment, what was going on with me. But I was in a lot of pain. I had to work, so I had to work with all that pain. I wasn't at all open to taking drugs that can make the pain go away. I wanted it to be gone naturally, though it seemed like my diet or anything wasn't really clearing it up. So I'm crying. The night before, I was crying to God, pounding on the floor and crying my heart out, you guys, and begging God for an answer. The medical system was giving me answers that were, they gave me a year to live with cancer, so that was an answer I wasn't crazy about, right? Yeah, so, and the more tests you get, the more answers that you don't want. I know, that sounds, well, they'll give you medicine to cure it. They don't give you medicine to cure it. They give us medicine to take away the symptoms, but the actual ailment is still there, right? Anyway, so yeah, I was praying hard, you guys, pounding the ground and just, God, if you're really there, then you've got to show up for me, because I need to hear your voice, and I need to do something. Yeah, and that was the night I had a dream that I talked to a guide or a God, my guidance, my I cannot come back to tell you a shape, or was it an old God, or was it the new Jesus God, or was it, a God of another kind of picture. And I can't tell you really that. I just remember it was God, and it was serious, and he said, drink your pee. And I was like, when I woke up, because that's all I remembered, serious, I'm pretty sure in this moment that's all I remember anyway, right? So I got up and I called my sister friend, and I am telling her, I had a dream that God told me to drink my pee. I'm in such pain, and I want. And she goes, Google it. And this was, it was 18 years ago. So I thought she had Googled it and read all about it, is why she would refer me to do that. She hadn't. She just thought, well, Google it, get some info off of Google. So I did. And I got to read the conversation between Lord Shiva and his consort Parvati, and the whole conversation is telling her about how long it is until you feel the relief of all disease. Yeah, and you'll keep going through that conversation, and maybe it is 9 months you're free from all disease. You're like, whoa, I could do 9 months of drinking this. It's not that bad. And it feels so good when you do it, right? So then you keep reading on in the conversation. I didn't read all of it that first day, but I read enough of that, and Dr. John Livingston, I hope I'm saying that name right. Yeah, a book by him, and then some books by other people that, it's been 18 years. It's an old story almost right now, right? And I was so inspired by how long, and that there was a cure for all disease. All disease, it said. I think it says almost all disease, actually, in the scriptures about Shivambu. And that, here's the one that really got me, was that 6 months you will be proficient in scripture. That's the one, guys. I'm not the kind of person that, people wouldn't consider me a very religious type person, right? But boy, that got me. I was like, you mean I could drink my own urine and understand what the Bible means? I thought that was pretty motivating. That to me was the most motivating. I did want to feel relief of all whatever was going on inside, whatever. But I also wanted that. I wanted to know what scripture means when you read it. I would read it. It's like reading Greek, so after reading some on the internet, I went into the bathroom, filled me up a big glass right from the cistern, and I filled her up and gulped her down. I think I did I didn't save the beginning and the end, like it says. He says, don't, the snake, the head of the serpent and the tail, just let the beginning and end go. I did that for years. Anymore, I drink it all. I use it all. I do not flush my urine 18 years later. I use it all somewhere. Anyway, back to the story. Okay, so I went in and did that. I felt amazing. I feel like, and by day 5, I started writing about it. And I only did the 1 glass a day for the first 5, it gradually got up to, wow, I could drink 2 of these a day. And then by 6 months, I think I was regularly drinking 2. And then it got to 3 to 5. Okay. The way I count time, because every single day is a whole new experience of healing for us, right? The way I counted time, my grandson was born 6 months before the January 18th that I started. And so when he turned 18 6 months ago. So I knew January 18th would be my 18th birthday. Then at 6 months into my Shivambu experience, I started my YouTube channel, because I remember thinking, if this feels this good today, I'm going to wait 6 months before I let anyone share it with anybody. When I thought, and for sure that first 6 months, and after that too, every day just gets better. It's just, our bodies just get more and more healed, and more whole, and more recycling our own essence and purity, and so, yeah, so, okay, so then I started my YouTube channel at 6 months, so that in 6 months from today, pretty much, I'm pretty sure, I can be celebrating 18 years on YouTube. I've documented a few urine fasts. I've told that to you recently if you're new to my channel. I want to do another one, and I'm going to do it after the middle of February, something like that. I'm warming up to it. Working on keeping my weight up, and it's difficult, because if you I don't know. Anyway, that's a whole different topic. Yeah, so I thought in that first year, I felt so good and so wonderful. And surely even after getting on YouTube and sharing it, that the whole not that because of me, I just thought God was going to have the dream with everybody. I thought everybody was going to wake up. So I needed to be on YouTube to let you know that, hey, it's not crazy what you dreamt. It's amazing, and just keep doing it and keep doing it. And I pictured all of the things in the story that Lord Shiva tells Parvati that she will experience. I just pictured, all of us with the beautiful golden hair and flying around at 10 years and sharing big baths of Shivambu together and breathing in the air that's created. The whole atmosphere changes, and the whole, yeah, I really thought that was going to transpire, where all of my family would be drinking from the cup and sharing these wonderful thoughts of how incredible they're feeling, because every day feels like you're just a blossom ready to pop out and experience all of life, right? Humbling experience when years go by. And yeah, I've had a lot of people on YouTube, and bless you, and thank you for your comments. Thank you for your support over the years. Thank you for subscribing and all that, you guys, serious, because I've had a pretty lonely go of it, and reading about Jesus' story where he gets the 12 disciples around his table, and they're all drinking from the cup, and they're all sharing his same experience. I'm like, wow, how many years did it take you to do that, Lord? You know, I don't share with anybody but my husband at the moment. You know, we share the experience of it. And that leads me to a whole nother topic. I'm going to have to do a video about the taste of urine. Yeah, I want your input and comments about how. Anyway, back to my story. Okay. Yeah, so 18 years later, and people would think, well, maybe you're doing something wrong if nobody is following you. Well, guys, there's a lot of people out there. I know you guys are out there. Urine therapists don't necessarily subscribe to YouTube channel or even have a channel on YouTube so they can comment. Maybe watch videos, I imagine, but we're not, you know, I don't know. I can't blanket what kind of people urine drinkers are, right? I hope you can comment. Either way, please leave a comment and let me know where you're at and what you do, and because I'll comment back. I don't get enough comments right now to even worry about it, so I will comment back, right? Thank you for listening to me. I've been rambling on a little bit. I want to continue talking to you regularly because the trail that we go, the haul, I call it the long haul / HAUL, you know, HALL and HAUL, because it's a long haul to go down the urine therapy trail, you know, and there's a lot of doors you got to open up and look inside yourself and learn all kinds of really crazy things about the world as well. Truths come out from people and from the world that you never imagined were there. And you get to see stuff. You can read the scriptures and understand what they mean. It's intense, guys, you know. We start to realize that we've been here for a long time, but they kind of brought us here and wanted to erase our memories, turning us into this being that is enslaved in a system that thinks you have to have a degree and a college education in order to be smart and know what you're talking about. Yeah, started off, you know, a lot of topics to talk about. It all comes clean when you start opening to some things that we've been programmed to believe. And maybe they're lies, right? And the biggest, in my humble estimation, one of the biggest, there's quite a few, a whole handful of them I want to talk to you about, is that that urine is toxic. Not toxic, guys. It is the biggest, most incredible stuff, and your body produces it just for you, absolutely free, right? We could save a lot of water. I have not been flushing my toilet. To poop, I flush. Okay, well, of course. Right now, if I was fasting, I wouldn't need to. Hey, how long you? So we're only 20 minutes in, guys. That is amazing. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging with me on my birthday. I was 49 in that January, 18 years ago. I turned 50 in the first year. So that 50, you know, half a century is kind of when I started. you're in therapy anyway 6 months later. Helps me, I don't know. I keep track of time because I have a feeling that there will be hundreds of years that we'll spend together. Right? Hundreds, thousands possibly. When you decide to not believe in death, maybe it doesn't happen. What that? We think about getting old. Maybe we won't. Right? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear some feedback. You can tell me how cray-cray I am. It's okay. I can take it. I love you guys a lot. I love you. I love the human race. I think we're coming around. We're coming around. See you soon.